What's up, guys? Hey, Chris. M2 Outdoors, how you doing? Chris, I just posted the link in the chat. Whew. Can y'all hear me okay? Georgia trapping. What's up, Greg? You're not seeing it? All right. Let me do it again. All right, Chris, just did it again. Are you in the stream? Oh, there you are.
What's going on?
What's happening? Oh, Lord, there's Jay. And the Jay Bicknell.
Hey,
He's
what's
in the house again.
What's going on?
What's going on, guys?
Not much.
Yep, and Jay left.
There I am.
Wait a minute. There he is.
Yeah.
What's up, Daniel? Living him in. Joe Morgan, how you doing? Oh man, what a day!
Is it hot over there where you're at?
It's beyond hot. Let me tell you about South Carolina weather and how you can relate. So what I want you to do, I mean, you're wearing a sweat jacket. Dude. All right. Here's what you do: is you go into your shower and you turn all the hot water on, no cold water, and you let it run for about 30 minutes. Get everything steamy, then get into the hot shower, jump out, and then go put your clothes on without drying off. That's how hot it is here.
Well, that's the way it is here too. It is miserable.
Either you got the air on super cold or something's going on in Tennessee that we don't know about.
Yeah, I mean we keep the house pretty cool. I got the fan going too.
Y'all doing okay?
I got dogs barking everywhere right now. I'm ready to go take care of that in just a minute.
Yeah, I've just been working. I'm worn out.
I started a new job this week, and today was my first day in the training course.
Uh-huh.
I have been literally sitting in front of a computer from 8 o'clock this morning to 5 o'clock this afternoon. And I'm just bug-eyed.
Yeah.
I am just actually bug-eyed. Hey Daniel, that's Jay. He's actually sitting in his dog kennel. He kennels dogs and trains them. But have you seen any regs come out yet?
Any what?
Any of the regulations?
Yeah, for Tennessee dropped theirs.
They did. I didn't get a chance to check today for South Carolina.
Yep, I know Tennessee dropped it, and I think Virginia's dropped theirs as well. But yeah, so I mean, as for the changes out here, and we kept the same bag limit. As far as the dates are about the same as last year. I don't think there's any changes to that. The biggest change that Tennessee had, though, was the and this is what most of all the Tennessee like local people are really pissed off about, is the blind draw. So instead of doing like the in-person, you show up at a certain location and they do like the drawing like right there on the spot for the season-long blind.
Yeah.
Now it was like online, and pretty much like anyone within a state could apply for the blinds within that area. So like, let's say I wanted to dump all my 25 boats for all of Reelfoot Lake, I could have did that. But the way it was designed before is that you actually had to go to the location for the blind draw at Reelfoot Lake to be able to be in the drawing. So it kind of kept like your outsiders or your visitors like out of it. So,
Right. Yeah, the out-of-staters.
yeah. So, because it is nothing for me to like get Justin to buy a Tennessee license, and then he could have entered in on the blind drawing with me.
Yeah, if South Carolina came out today or has come out, I haven't seen it yet. But then again, I haven't been able. I didn't have a chance to look, so not today.
Yeah.
Normally, when I'm working, when I'm in the field, I got all the time in the world to ponder over that stuff. But today was, oh man,
yeah, pretty busy.
Oh, it's just learning the new systems.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to put these two fellas in the live.
Okay.
One is a pretty cool looking dude, and the other one looks like a frog looking through a block of ice. Oh, he hid.
There we go. I'm back.
There he is. There's a frog looking through a block of ice behind you, Jay.
Yeah.
Got them pit vipers on.
Yeah, the pit vipers are making a comeback, I guess.
Yeah. That's like what all the boys are wearing on TikTok.
Has Kentucky put out their regulations yet?
I don't think so. But, that's probably a good thing that you need to remind me tomorrow.
Okay.
Now, they did got the duck season set because I sent you that, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay. And dove season is the first, so.
Right.
September, so it'll be in.
Well, I will be there on the 17th.
Yeah.
I don't know if my wife will be with me or not. It is still up in the air, but I will be there on the 17th. So, oh man, I don't know if you heard, but I started that new job. So
I heard you say that, and I was going to ask you. I guess everything's good now, huh?
Yeah, everything's good. I'm in training the rest of this week, on a computer, doing things that I need to. That's what we're talking about, Daniel. As far as I know, mine hasn't been set yet. If I go by last year, September 1st will be the early goose season. Mid-September, around the 11th, 12th, 13th, somewhere in there, will more likely be the early teal season. Chris, yours?
So September 1st is early goose, along with a dove, and then it is, I don't want to lie to nobody. There's a wood duck and teal season that starts September 11th.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much for like that weekend. You're allowed to kill wood ducks along with teal. So, and it's
I know that Florida, Tennessee, and I know Kentucky has it. That's why I'm going.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not going. I'm definitely not going to Kentucky to get tick bit again, or to look at some fool looking through a block of ice with a mullet. Jake, you get your package?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
I was gonna make a video about it last night, but it got too late.
Okay.
And my voice is like gone because I got like allergies like nobody's business.
Well, I tell you what I thought of one of our topics. for those of y'all that are in here, W6 is not going to be in tonight. I don't think he'd mind us. They had a death in the family. So he's not going to be here tonight. Hopefully he'll be with us next Wednesday. But so y'all be praying for W6 and his family. But I thought tonight we talk, there's so much about duck hunting and waterfowl hunting. Sometimes I think people forget. And that's why I thought I'd bring this particular topic up, the economics of duck hunting, and how it relates to, communities and small businesses.
Yep.
So I'll go ahead and kind of get the ball rolling if you don't mind. But
yeah,
if you think about it, the average duck hunter, and I'm not talking, and I'm basically talking the weekend warriors, the guys that work 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. They have, they get out Saturday and Sunday. If they're allowed to hunt on Sundays, they may take a vacation sometime during the season and go somewhere and hunt. So I'm just talking about those guys right there. And I didn't have a chance to write figures down on a piece of paper, so I'm kind of going off of the memory here.
Yeah. But
if you think about it, guys, you're going to spend close to $100, if not more, a day. By the time you fill your truck up with gas, put gas in the boat, get drinks, get snacks, you're spending close, if not more, than $100 a day. And that money is going into into the community wherever you get your gas and drinks and snacks. Early teal season, you're going to be getting a cooler full of ice and cold drinks. A meal maybe afterwards. After you finish hunting, you may stop off at a place and get something to eat, or you may buy food to take it with you. W Oriental Vlogger, ¿cómo está? So there's a lot of money goes into a community. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, there's just not you're not the only duck hunter. So there'll be thousands of duck hunters a day, and you times that by a 60-day season, because at some point in time, there's going to be somebody duck hunting every day.
Yeah.
Very little, Davio. Very little. Station Dito, Subic Bay, 1980, 83, 84. Yeah, $3 a gallon for gas. I mean, I bought a box. I bought a box of shells the other day for $30.
Yeah.
I got decoys that are $100 a half a dozen. So there's a lot of money that goes into this, and where I'm getting this at is, like, you take my state of South Carolina, they're not doing the WMAs, the draw hunt WMA. Yeah,
I'll be back in just a few minutes. I got a kid I got to get taken.
All right, bud. Hello.
Yeah, I'm using my wife's computer and it's tied to her phone. So every time somebody calls her, it comes through the computer. I can't make it stop. I don't know what it is.
So they're not planting anymore. They're not they're doing moist soil, but they're not, the dikes are eroding away. They're not fixing the dikes. So where is this money going to? This tax-based money. And I guess my whole issue is this money is going in. There's taxes being you're paying taxes to get this stuff.
Yeah.
talking about politicians, I mean, politicians don't really they don't really care.
No.
Unless they duck hunt, they don't care.
Mhm.
So, but if you're proactive about it, the hunter is proactive about it, and he goes in and talks to these politicians, they'll listen to money.
Yep.
They'll see that money and they'll listen to it.
Yep.
So
Money
anyway, I just
talks.
thought it'd be something to kind of chat around about.
Money talks. That's that's and that's I just did the little quick live video on mine before we went live here, and that's the same thing I was talking about is money talks, and especially that even goes into bag limits and that sort of thing too. So when you get somebody that has the money and they're against it, they're going to be fighting against you and you won't even know it. So
Right.
or they could be best friends with politicians, and if you for someone who who's worked for the government, and you have too, of course, it's like at a point where when can you say that that you'll trust them? It's like I can't trust them farther than I can throw them. So when it comes to that, but I mean, so far as the the economy, it's like what you were saying, it beefs it up and that sort of thing, and that's another reason why I'm so bent on buying from small businesses when it comes to waterfowl products.
Right.
So far as like like what I'm wearing, that's another reason why I'm wearing my sweatshirt and my hat. Is like this is about the smallest business there is out there. So she's literally, I think she just graduated high school, if not about to graduate high school, and she's turning duck calls and got a pretty good business going on. And then the next step up being JT calls, like it's still made in America, and it's not like a big call company like Buck Gardner, or somebody like that. So I don't know,
Jake's
so far
laughing, and that's what he blows.
Yeah, and so far as boosting the economy, it's money I made, and I'm giving it to them. So then that way, hopefully, they'll spend it somewhere else with another business that's made in the United States. So I don't know.
Yeah, a lot. You talking about that. A lot of duck calls. I'm not saying all of them. I'm by no means am I saying that. But a lot of the blanks and a lot of the seriously, the parts aren't really even tuned anymore, or aren't even turned out anymore in the United States. They're turned out somewhere else, and then they get shipped. I look at my decoys, these lifetime decoys based out of, I believe it's Houston, Texas, or Austin, Texas. But the decoy itself is made in China.
Yeah. Awesome decoy though.
Yeah, I think the only decoy that I know of is still made in America is G&H.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's the only one.
Are them the decoys you sold to us, the GHG? Is that the brand?
Those are greenhead gear. I think they're even made in China.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The
only one I can, the other one I can think of is a Silhouette, and that like Big Al's, and Big Al's is, made here, but even still, his business ain't nothing like Dive Bomb. Not on that level. So
Dive bombs are nice. So I've not hunted over them, but they seem nice.
But like I was saying, you take the average hunter and do it this year. If you can retroactive yourself, since the end of last duck season till the start of this one, and kind of figure out how much you've already spent.
I gotta go for a second.
All right, as much as you spent on, postseason scouting, for doing that kind of thing. Buying a new shirt, buying, shells or decoys or whatever. And then you put in the money that you spend each time you go. I mean, one year, it was a couple, 3 years ago. I mean, I spent over $6,000.
Yeah.
And it's just me,
mm-hmm.
And then to have not enough, I mean, there's nothing here,
Yeah.
Go a season and shoot 10 ducks. I mean, where do you,
expensive dinner.
Yeah, it's a very expensive sport.
Yeah.
Hey Tina, how you doing?
We're using dive bomb up there in Minnesota. But yeah, and we talk about being expensive, and I feel like it's gotten to a point where it's almost like I wouldn't say a monopoly for some companies, because it is very competitive, especially when it comes to duck calls. Like everybody can make a duck call. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't nothing to tear on turn something, buy an insert, and stab it into it, and call it a duck call, because it'll blow. But it's almost like the number of duck hunters have grown over the years to the point where now it's getting inflated, where shells are more expensive and decoys are more expensive. So,
Jay, what we're basically just talking about is kind of like the economics of duck hunting and what people pay, what hunters will pay daily and throughout the year versus the resources that we're given, especially with I think we're all pretty much public land hunters, so for the most part. I mean, we all have a little place somewhere, a little piece of private that we can go to, once or twice. But for the most part, I think we're all public land.
mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't know how to say it. I mean, it's just crazy. You spend all this money and you just for this love. I mean, this absolute passion that we have, and then to have our states. I'm not talking for your two. I'm talking for South Carolina to say no. We're not going to fix the dikes on this particular place, or the U.S. Game and Fish is saying that they're not going to, they're going to quit combating the invasive plant species that are on the refuges.
Mm-hmm.
Or and all kind. It's just all kind of just craziness. Jay, you there? Or?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay.
I'm listening.
Now, what are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I'm kind of lucky here because I don't really everything I got's private. So, but as far as economic, you look at Western Kentucky when they had the geese, man, that was their cash crop, and then it changed, and I know that like the fin and the feather, that was like a huge. Like they had a lot going on that. And when I went down there, the first time I made it down there, they were already out of business due to the shift in the geese. But now they've picked up the ducks, I think, a little more. I ain't been down in Western Kentucky in a while. But.
Right.
But I think the one thing people don't understand, bird watchers and all that, they do not pay for the habitat.
No.
It's us.
It's the hunters.
Yeah. You buy that, the federal ducks. And when we spend a lot of money just to get to go out the door to go hunting. I mean,
yep.
You got a federal duck stand. You got your fish hunting license. Then you got your, like we got our local, our Kentucky duck stamp or migratory stamp. So, and what kills me is whenever you see the bird watchers and them and their dog and hunters, and we're the one that pays for everything.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm getting at. I mean, here we're the ones that are paying for stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, it just gets frustrating at times. I was looking at it. Even last duck season, and I have no, it's public land, and I got that, and I understand it. some of the places I hunt is truly public, which means it's not a it's not a WMA. You can go in there and fish. You can, paddle your kayak, but you'll have kayakers and fishermen who go right through your decoys. You're thinking, you just took a 45-minute boat ride deep into the swamp, and 2 hours later you got somebody paddling through and in a red kayak singing Kumbaya.
Mm-hmm.
That's like there's a WMA close to my house, and you can only deer hunt it, like you can bow hunt only, and it's like there's only 2 days a week that you can do that. But then the guys that are bow hunting it, they gotta compete with because you can ride horses out there, so they're riding horses. Yep. Then you got just the guys that go out there hiking, and that to me is kind of frustrating because going back to the Pittman Robbins, we pay for it through that. Right. They get to use it, and then your Fish and Wildlife agencies, they all got their they got their endangered species group. I mean, even though it's Fish and Wildlife, we got ours is the Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife, but we got there's a department for a section for non-game and everything. So it ain't just that they do hunting stuff, game animals, but the endangered species people and all them be the first ones to jump onto you, whenever you're hunting or something, or they'll bash the hunter. And without us, they'd be in a world of hurt.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
What is it? World Wildlife Federation, WWF, not the Wrestling Federation.
Yeah.
I'd like to see where their money goes to. Like, does it really go to wildlife, or are they paying, some big salaries to be out protesting, and all that stuff? But just.
Hey, Cody. So, Chris, what were you talking about earlier? I was trying to finish up supper, and I just happened to open my iPad and saw that you were live.
Oh,
and I just couldn't get it turned on fast enough.
I was talking about the drought out there in the Midwest.
Oh yeah, okay, in the prairie.
Yeah, which was funny because I've been I try to keep up with the news. I'm very into like politics and that sort of thing, and I love complaining about it.
Yep.
I hopped on Facebook like right after I got done talking and waiting to go live here, and I even got the article still opened up. It's written by outdoorlife.com, and it popped up on my Facebook. Just like as soon as I opened up Facebook, it popped up, and it said duck hunters should expect to see older and fewer ducks this fall. And I was like, okay, Facebook, I know you're listening to me. And it's talking about the drought out there in the prairie pothole.
Yeah. And we can't do the numbers, we can't do the counts because Canada won't let us in.
Mm-hmm.
Or let Delta come in to do the counts.
Yeah.
And we're still holding the same limits, the same bag limits we've had for a couple years now, and now we're having this drought.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: Would you be for a reduction?
No.
No.
No. I don't think it's going to affect anything, really. To be honest with you.
Okay.
I think that it's probably just another scare tactic, like it was right before COVID. They talked about how the hunter numbers are going to be, through the roof, and all these people are laid off. They got nothing else better to do. They're going to kill all the ducks before they get to us, all that sort of stuff. I didn't notice a difference there. Now, so far as the hatch rate, they talked about how it could hurt the hatch rate, and it's like, well, and I did the comparison. It's almost like when a thunderstorm rolls in, the dogs like to get quiet. They like to get in the kennel, lay down. Deer like to go bed down when the storm's rolling in. Like, I feel like birds, they're not dumb. They know. Like, let's say that they did lay their eggs and they're waiting for the hatch.
Yeah. Oh, did he freeze up?
What it looks like.
All right, Jay, you're up.
Well, what do you think?
Chris froze.
He's froze up. What do you think about on reduction?
Well, right now the East Coast is 2 mallards, and I mean, you can only shoot 2 mallards. You can shoot 3 summer ducks. There he is. He's back, I think.
Uh-oh. See, I was talking about politics and getting into that, so they were like,
And
"No,
then you got
shut
froze
them
up.
off."
Yep, Democrats done shut you down, bro.
That's right.
But right now the East Coast is down to 2 mallards. The summer duck, I mean, I think that's pretty much nationwide is 3 summer ducks. I've never really approved, even though I shoot the limits. Okay, the law says shoot the limits. I will shoot 3 summer ducks if given that possibility. That option. But I never thought it should have gone up to 3 summer ducks ever. I think because especially here, because that is our mainstay duck.
Mhm.
You're going to shoot more summer ducks than you're going to shoot anything else right now. So, I think keeping it at two summer ducks. But with that said, I would love to see a early summer duck season along with the teal season.
Mhm.
Because right now we can only shoot teal, and by law you can't shoot teal until legal sunrise. By that time, 90% of the birds have done flown. So I think Chris has done froze up again. You, Jay?
What's that?
What do you think?
See, we do have the early wood duck and teal. They overlap each other. Wood duck and teal overlap. Teal stays in a little bit longer. But like I wouldn't say wood duck, like you, wood duck's what you're going to see the most of. I mean, we'll see a bunch early season into 1st of December, and it just seems like we like the sloughs that we're shooting wood ducks off in September off of, come December, we never shoot. We shot one wood duck off of the one slough that we had, shooting limits on back in September. So
Right.
They just kind of peel out of here, I think, when it gets a little bit cool. Yeah, we'll still have a few stay around, and we can just shoot the creek. They'll be on the creek, but we don't see them like on the sloughs where they be thick, September. But I think maybe some states just depending. Like I think we're still pretty solid, like with guys up there that value the hunter.
Right.
I'm kind of thinking some of these states are they make their laws on emotion or on
Yeah.
that little feeling of I watched Bambi and got sad kind of deal. So I'm just saying that. I don't know that for sure, but hey.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of bureaucrats in our wildlife system, in our DNRs throughout the country, I think. And I sometimes wonder if they're, not. I'm not saying getting kickback. I'm not saying they're doing anything illegal. I'm just saying I think that they've got another agenda. I can't prove they're doing anything illegal. I'm not even going to put that out there. I just think that they have another agenda, and the way the world is going, if there's a lot of anti-gunners out there, a lot of people that just don't believe in guns. I mean, I actually know police officers that don't believe that the public should have guns. You know, I've met a few of them. They're few and far between, but I know a few. So with that anti-gun thing, and they figure if they can, well, the only reason they got guns is because they hunt. We take hunting away from them, you know, they'll think they don't need guns. So I just think, you know, there's a lot of
that was it says that his internet went out. He got a call. He got a call into AT&T.
Yeah, I just got that text.
You know, our problem right now is, and I'm probably going to freeze up, and they're going to cut me off here too. Is our governor? He's a, but anyway, he tried to put in his budget the fish and wildlife money. You know, he was trying to move that over, which is illegal,
Right?
And then I guess he got upset with them and. They've actually, I think our Fish and Wildlife, if I ain't mistaken, they've sued. It's a mess right now. You know, like there's good guys at our Fish and Wildlife, and I think they do a good job of. I mean, we got elk now, we got turkeys. When I was in high school, it's when I seen my first deer here. Now we're like in we're in a zone 2 or zone 3. Which is pretty good. We got elk. We're getting bear. I mean, we got a little bit of everything now, and it's just because of their work. But the governor, though, I mean, it's kind of got them messed up. They're back and forth, bickering because he thinks that he can go get that money and do whatever he wants to with it.
Well, I'm with you on that. I think that the field agents. You know, the DNR that's on the ground, the guys that are, especially the game wardens and the some of the biologists and whatnot. I think those guys are. It's what I'm getting at is the bureaucrats, the higher ups. You know, they're the ones that I'm talking about. So. Sorry, I'm getting text messages left and right.
Which, I don't want to be a conspiracy theory,
right?
That's called, but I'm having a hard time believing that if you got Remington and all of them and they're running 24/7, I can't go find shotgun shells. That just don't make no sense to me. But, like I know Tom. I seen a video where he, like 2 shells or two boxes at the Walmart.
Yeah.
Something. I went to Walmart the other day. They didn't have nothing. I mean, every shelf is empty. I just, to me, it's almost like a backdoor move to cut hunting out, to cut gun. I mean, we don't have to go into gun control or say, you can't hunt if you ain't got nothing to shoot.
If you don't have a shell to shoot, if you don't have game to shoot, I went into when Tom brought that out, I even posted. I think he went live or something shortly after that, and I went into a place and there was a 2-box limit, and they may have had 5 cases of shells. Shotgun shells on the counter, but all their centerfire ammo, their 9mm. I mean, they were just priced. I mean, way up. I mean, to a point where I'm like, man, you got to take a mortgage out on your house just to, second mortgage out to buy a box of ammo.
Where I live at, we got. I mean, duck hunting is. You got your guys that are diehard duck hunters, but it's not like a duck hunting area,
Yeah.
And so you go into the store, there's always steel, a few boxes of steel because nobody knows what steel is used for. So they don't ever buy it. But now you can't even find that. I mean, it's as soon as they get a few boxes, it's gone. Because I think everybody can't buy regular shells, so they're like, well, I'm gonna start buying steel or, non-tox, which.
Yeah.
And like dove seasons, we're a month away, right at a month away from dove season. And, you know, the boys, they need probably per hunt about 200 shells each, you know, to shoot 15 doves maybe. It says they're making more ammo than ever before. I see at Federal Ammo. Well, where's it? That's the thing. I hear they're making it, but where's it at?
Yeah, where's it at?
You know. But we ain't gonna. I mean, right now, we're not gonna have a. I can't find any dove shells. So.
No. I was looking for 8s and 7.5s the other day. That's all I was looking for.
Why not make your own? Well, I think primers are hard to come by right now.
Right.
I mean, you can't even find. I guess reloading stuff's almost as hard to find as it is to find shells or find.
And right now with the prices of the reload components, you know, your primers. Even if you got to buy a hole, even if you got holes, you still got to buy them every now and then. So you got your primers, your wad, and your shot, and your powder. That stuff's going up and up and up. Steel prices are going up. Lead prices are going up. You know, for dove, you know, guys that want to make either buckshot or dove loads, that's going up. Bismuth is way out of control, but everybody's shooting it. And steel shot. I mean, the steel prices are going up and up and up. And it's actually right now, I think I got a buddy of mine that reloads religiously, and he's just about quit because he can buy shells cheaper off the shelf than he can make them. And he can't find the components he needs.
And I tell you, you know, you better know how to hunt and fish, because I got a feeling if you look, you know, the drought areas and all the stuff that's going on, there's going to be, I think, food prices is going to go out the roof too.
Oh, we already seeing it here. Meat price, well, see, you just posted it, but it's over $5 for a pound of hamburger right now. My dad was complaining the other day. He spent almost $8 for a gallon of orange juice. You know, and so I mean, you know, so you take, and I know we're kind of getting off the topic of waterfowl with all this, but if you bring it back, there's still the waterfowl hunters. I mean, they're going to be spending money.
Yeah.
And, you know, this money which is taxable from the stores, you know, why isn't it going back into, you know, conservation and putting it into building up the WMAs and the refuges? I mean, you know.
Something that we got that's pretty neat is like the stream restoration projects. So let's say that you go into, they're going to build a road or a subdivision. You're going to fill a stream or wetland. We got this, it's called the in lieu fee program. So it's kind of like mitigation. So you got to write a check, and it's so much per linear feet. And they was trying to, like, the Fish and Wildlife runs it, but they were trying to like go on people's private land and buy, you know, or get them to sign the easement, and they'll go restore the stream. And it got really hard to do. So now they're just buying a whole watershed, fixing the stream, and then turning it into a WMA. So we've actually added some WMAs due to the stream restoration work.
Yeah.
But are they helping the waterfowl? All the stream, because I used to plant. We had a business, and we planted all the trees on the restoration project. It's not really nothing, you know, waterfowl friendly.
Right.
it's deer, and right here in my part of the state, it's deer and turkey. I mean, that's where they spend all their money at around here. So.
Oh goodness! So how's Mojo doing?
Jake that's what he just did. He's worked her. So we've been doing some getting her ready to hunt out of a little dog blind. She's doing
Right.
that. So it's weather though, and it's just you got to wait till almost dark before you can train. I got I got 2 huskies in. I'm right now training, and it's like 5 o'clock in the morning and 10 o'clock at night. All the time doing yard work without dying. So.
Yeah. I went outside. I've been working inside all day on this computer, learning this new system. I gotta know, and I'm doing it for the next 3 days. But I took a break and I went outside, and I about died just walking out to the mailbox. It was rough.
The way I'm set up right now, I can't really see the chat. But I just, I'll throw this out there. If anybody's got, training dogs and working dogs, that's what I've done that since I was bird dogs and retrievers since, 3rd grade. If anybody's got any questions on that, training, or if anybody wants to teach me something, I'm always open to learn.
So John, Small Water Charters, how you doing? I thought I saw Frontier Survival come in. Hope he's still here. Let me go back up in the chat a little bit. We got them talking.
Internet problem.
Freezer Bound Outdoors was in the house. Let's see here. I don't know who else is in here now. John from Small Water Charters in here. What are you wearing now there, Mullet Man?
What?
So what are you wearing now? What kind of hat you got on now?
Value pack. The only dog.
Oh, okay.
Hey, I will tell you that's something he talking about dog food. If anybody's out there that's got a hunting dog, man, dog food is top is something that is so important. Don't buy the cheap stuff. Don't buy the stuff that's loaded in corn. Buy the good stuff. And we feed value pack. We love it.
Been feeding her since she was born.
But that's dog food makes a world of difference.
Oh yeah.
On everything from going to the bathroom to retrieving ducks when it's cold.
So what on speaking of dog food and dogs and whatnot, when your dogs when it's time to start hunting. Now, I'm quite sure you cut back on their food during the summer months, so they don't, get fat and lazy. But during the wintertime, do you give them something extra with their dog food?
It depends on the, how much I'm hunting and the, weather, what the weather's like. But yeah, we'll up it a little bit.
Okay.
Do
you just straight dog food, or are you putting a little something special in there?
No, I just feed straight dog food. Now she might when we're duck hunting, she might get some potato chips and
yeah,
that kind of stuff.
That's just your buddy sitting beside you.
Oh yeah. She likes her potato chips, because the boys sit in the back and feed them to them. So and something too that I know a lot of people do is like they go hunting. The day it comes in, that's when the dog gets out of the kennel, or it's hard on them.
Oh yeah,
it's just like you ain't worked out or done anything, and then all of a sudden you go run up Turkey Mountain. It's that's tough on the dog. Bringing them out. But
let's see. We got Backwoods Barbarian in here. We got Mark J. Larson's in here. Living them in is that's funny. Hang on. There you go.
Duckalope leave or just like standard?
Can you read that?
That reminds me a lot of my brother-in-law. Like he goes, "Oh man, I forgot my waders." And
Yeah.
so I get to put out me and Jake puts out the decoys and all that, picks them up. Because I'll wear them the next time. And then, man, forgot my waders again.
Yep.
That's why you got a boat, right, Matt?
That's why I got a boat.
Don't have to walk. Just throw the decoys outside.
Oh. Man, my eyes are all bugged out from looking at that computer all day long.
So living MM's still on there, right?
Yeah, he's still here.
Okay, because I'm waiting for him to give me that ice castle. Like been kind of waiting on that because I really like their ice castle since they're in here. I'm sure I'm getting ready to get a comment on that.
Well, Jonathan McQuinston, hey, welcome to the chat.
Did you give that shirt to that girl yet?
Do what?
Did you give the lanyard to that girl that won it?
Not yet. They're on vacation down at the beach, so I'm gonna wait until they get back.
And a lot of people probably heard about it Monday night, but we want to say a super thank you to you for the cookbook. I mean, I know it was to Jake because he's the cook, but I'm also happy because I like to eat. And we got some really cool. Those stickers are pretty sweet. So as soon as I opened them up and they seen them, everybody's like, "Can I have one?" So, but I made sure I kept one for myself.
Yeah, thank you. Y'all are welcome, man. I enjoyed doing it. My dad was actually tickled to when I told him, what was going on about it. Let's see here. Jonathan Quinn. He said he's nervous of becoming a quack addict. What are you nervous about, Bubba? Talk to us.
Well, I'm just going to tell you right now that drugs would probably be cheaper. I don't recommend you do drugs, but I'm pretty sure it would be a lot cheaper.
It will be.
And it's just, I like deer hunting. I mean, I used to just love to deer hunt, and I still do. I give the Bicknell bunch the ice castle when I hit 5,000 fall. That sounds like a challenge.
You know what, Jay? I would spend 3 days making up fake fake accounts and just sending them.
Hey, everybody sees that, right? So
yeah, we all it'll be here forever and ever. Amen.
Good deal. But it's like the deer, not the duck hunting. To me, it's just, man, it's just so. It's like when it comes in, man, that's all I want to do. I just eat, breathe, sleep it, and to me, what adds to it is the dog part of it. I mean, I just
right.
The whole dog part of it really. I don't know. There's just something about it,
we were talking about this when I was up there in May during the turkey season.
Yeah.
And, I think about it every day. I mean, there's not a day goes by that I'm not thinking about going duck hunting or doing something, about duck hunting. And this will be my 48th or 49th year coming up, and I'm still like a little kid the day before. Oh man, it's like Christmas Eve night. I mean, I just can't sleep. I'm excited to go, and then by the end of the season, I can't wait for it to end because I'm tired. and then the day it ends, I feel a little depressed, but yet happy. And then the day after that, I'm just depressed until teal season shows up.
Yeah, it's like because we mainly get to hunt the weekends, which I do get a new job that they've given me. I've already told them, hey, see you living in here. But I got a new, I got promoted, which I get more vacation time. And I already told them, because if we don't use it, you lose it. So I already told them come December, they're going to see me a half a day about every day because we got to take it in a half a day period. So I'm going to be hunting every morning.
That's right.
Got to burn it. So that's pretty sweet. But we usually are like on the weekends, and it's like Saturday morning, the after season. It's like I'm not getting up at 4:30 in the morning.
Or Saturdays like come way faster. Like it feels like during duck season it takes a year and a half, and then after duck season it's like.
Well, Jonathan's been lurking around for a while if he knows that about that. So
yeah, exactly. You're talking about turkey now.
There's got to be somebody I know under another name.
Now, I will say, like, I can't wait till duck season, but I'm also kind of looking forward to being over at Turkey Mountain in the spring when you come back. And you know what, though? You're going to be here in September.
I ain't gonna be ready for that.
Wow.
I'm telling you straight up.
You got a month to train.
I told you 1 year.
Oh, you know that.
I tell you what, you try to take me duck hunting and I got to climb a mountain, I'm driving my truck up it.
Now, I think the one spot we got, it all depends on because he's particular about his the grass, because he don't like ever have to feed hay because he's got grass up to your neck. Sometimes like early he lets me drive back there. Sometimes we got to walk, but it ain't that far of a walk. So,
well, I am going to bring my sled. That's one thing, and probably a dove bucket.
This gets me excited.
After our big, we had a record breaking flood. Nobody ever recorded a flood this big. It was huge, and I went down to that was during our turkey hunt. Me and that I know who that was the John, right? That posted the Kilimanjaro.
Yeah,
is that John?
I don't know. If it is, I don't know.
That I think he was. I didn't see the name pop up there. But
McQuinston.
yeah, hey, he was the one. Yeah, there we go. He was at the turkey hunt.
Oh, okay.
Because that's what I was going to talk about. Me and him was down there at the one slough that we're gonna wood duck hunt on.
Hey, John.
And
I've been thinking about you.
And pick up. I found that deer cart down there where the flood had, I guess, washed it in there.
Washed it up.
Yeah, he was with us. I remember.
So that deer cart, we were rigging it up to carry decoys on.
Well, I'll have my sled to drag along, so Jake can drag it for me.
Once I get my shotgun paid off. I only got two.
I don't know how you're going to get your shotgun paid off. I'm coming back down with about 5 dozen more decoys.
No.
Yeah, we got to keep that quiet because see, I'm in the doghouse right now. That's where we're at. We're out here at the kennels and that's where I would be at full time if she ever comes down to the basement and sees the decoy room now.
No, it would be here. This would be too fancy.
What in the world? Yeah, he shot the turkey. So
yeah. Out of the 3 turkeys that was killed, he killed one. The second time he's been turkey hunting, he's already killed 2 turkeys.
Hey, and he'll probably be with us a day or two, maybe, wood duck hunting.
Heck yeah, I'm gonna be on that cart. I'm gonna have Jake pull me around.
Yeah, so
you wish.
Because I've talked to John a lot about like he's wanting to get into duck hunting. So I got this waiver for his wife to sign where I'm not held responsible for what's getting ready to happen. He's going to get in trouble. Probably, you're duck hunting again. You got to go again. Well, yeah, I got to go again.
Oh yeah. But like I said, when the time comes, I'll know as we get closer to it whether Kitty's going to be coming or not. But as of right now, we're planning on it, but it may just be me.
This Saturday, we're going down there to the Ark.
We're going to the creation.
Are we? Never mind. We're going to the Creation Museum. I thought we were going to the Ark thing, but no. Never mind.
That's right around the corner, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they're pretty close. It's made by the same guy built them, Ken Ham.
Right. Hey, Amanda, how you doing? But guys, we're just sitting here talking ducks. This is what this channel Wednesday night is for. It's called In the Blind. We're supposed to have Neil with W6 Outdoors, but y'all keep him in his prayers. They had a death in the family, and he called me late right before we were to come on and told us about it. So we're praying for him. And Chris, who was in here earlier from Duckalope, he lost his internet. So he's down for the camp. But so what we're doing is just talking about ducks and duck hunting. And dogs. So if you got any questions about dog training or anything in particular about duck hunting that you want to know, we'll do our best to answer it and give you our utmost professional opinion on it. So if you have questions, just throw them in the chat. Y'all got to forgive me too. My eyes are watered from staring at a screen all day.
Gonna take over for a minute. Yeah. Hey, Jake's gonna take over. I got for a minute. Joel, the little one, he's doing good, and my wife's not here, so I'll be back in just a minute.
All right. Actually, it is. Hold on there. There you go, John. That's how it's spelled. If you cannot find ammo, you're going to need a bow hunt. There are some people who actually bow hunt ducks. I am not one of them. I have plenty of ammo. I got lots of ammo. And I'll be bringing, when I go to Kentucky, I'm bringing 3 guns to begin with.
I want to see the 16 gauge.
Oh, it's coming. Don't you worry. That gun's on the way.
I might try to buy. I'm thinking about buying some Boss ammo for my new Browning. Test it out, see how it goes through it.
Well, I got some number 4s. They'd be kind of big for a summer duck, but
if it kills them, it kills them.
We'll see what happens. But I'm bringing I'll be bringing the 16, my 20, and one of my 12s.
I've only shot my new 12 gauge like 7 times, maybe at the most. I've not shot it any.
I'm just bringing them just to have, because I'm hoping while I'm there, if we can get on a dove shoot, I'll shoot the 20 gauge for the dove shoot. And if we start seeing a lot of geese, even though I know the 16 gauge will kill them, I got I got the 12 gauge with me.
My papaw's been picking a lot of corn. There's a lot of doves, and he says once he's done picking corn, he is going to chop it all down. So I bet you. I mean, usually he chops it down later, so hopefully it'll be about that time.
Right. And I'm gonna let you take me around in ponds, try to catch fish.
I don't want you to whip me like JV. I'm not gonna let that happen ever again.
All right. So, what's the one piece of gear you would recommend? All right. Well, that's a very open question.
I mean, it depends on what it is. Like,
right.
like,
all right. So let's just say that you have your shotgun, you got a pair of waders, you got your shells, your duck calls. I would say a bag, something to carry your stuff.
I agree with you on that.
And if you're a walk-in hunter, I would say a backpack. If you're a boating hunter, I would say a blind bag similar to this one.
I caught a blind bag later in the well, actually, it was after season. It's a nice one.
But you need something to carry your gear in.
Yeah, I mean, after that, I would prefer buying a good jacket. You can't beat a good duck jacket after all the bags and everything.
Yeah.
I got that old camo pattern jacket. It's a Remington. That thing is. I love it.
You learned how to drink yet?
What?
You learned how to drink yet? I mean, you over there? What are you drinking, son?
Water's full of. I gotta go for a second. I gotta go call.
Yeah, we got a house full of 6 kids.
Oh man,
I got 2 or 3. It's been going through them like crazy. So, actually, I went up there. Joel is feeling pretty bad, so I'm gonna have to jump off here because my wife's not here and he's feeling bad. So,
okay.
I hate to leave good company, but he's feeling pretty rough. So,
All righty. Well,
but if you can, what's that?
I can sell that.
Well, Jake said he can sit here. So.
okay.
All right, Jake. He's coughing and hacking. He's got something going on. Or so. But,
I better know.
all right. Oh, you.
Like I was saying, a good jacket, you can't beat it after all the packing stuff. But I mean,
Blind bag.
Yeah, blind bag too. What would you get? Like, if you had one piece of gear that you were gonna pack beside the blind bag, what would be the other thing?
What time of year is it?
Middle of duck season.
That I'm going to keep it. Well, I can tell you what I keep in my blind bag year round.
What?
Because I live so far in the south, and you never know about the weather. I always carry a thermocell. There's going to be a thermocell in my bag.
Not for us.
I'm going to have a thermocell. The thermocell will be in my gunning bag.
Maybe middle. I mean, maybe early wood duck, but after that, like the opener, it's cold.
See where I'm at. I mean, you'll still get them until we have the first frost. You're going to get them. I guess a piece of gear that I'm always going to have in my blind bag is going to be a little folding saw. That's always going to be in my bag. There's a little folding saw, so I can cut brush and get my blind or wherever I'm hiding. Even if I'm in my boat, I got a pretty good blind on it, and it's pretty camoed. Yeah, it was frost. I'm gonna have, I'm always brushing something up. And even if I'm standing beside a tree, I may go cut some limbs and stick them in front of me or around me, so I have something, to kind of break me up a little bit. Just stick them in the mud.
That's what hurt us this year. Our hides wasn't as good as they should have been. If we'd had better hides, we'd have killed more ducks. Which this year we have a couple more layout blinds, so we're gonna try to stick to layout blind hunting.
Yeah. How about you? What is your number one? What are you going to keep in your blind, in your bag?
I just started using them this year. Like, this is kind of my first year getting into duck hunting, like, really hard. Probably waterproof gloves.
Go ahead. I'm listening to you.
Waterproof gloves and probably hot hands or hand warmers. Because I don't like when my hands get cold because I can't feel the safety and I just can't shoot right.
Right.
But that gives me an excuse for when I miss my hands. I couldn't feel my hands. So that's why.
Oh, okay. Here is something that's always in my blind bag. Well, I thought I had it in here. I might have it in the other. I might have took it out. Here we go. I got a new bag last year, and I don't know where all my stuff's at.
Mm-hmm. All my stuff is unpacked. I put on my waders today, and like showing what I'm gonna put. I put on like what I was gonna duck hunt in September.
Okay, so this is in my blind bag. No, regardless, no matter what, it's in my blind bag. Bungee straps. Bungee straps are going to be in my blind bag.
Let me rephrase that. Probably the number one thing in my blind bag is my flashlight. Because the walk-ins are decently long.
Some decoy cord, bungee straps, and little rod holders, little bow holders, or an eye bolt screw.
I saw that video.
So if I happen to forget, because I'm in a boat 90% of the time, and if for some reason I get out of the boat and I have to walk a little ways to get to a hole, and I forget my jerk string. With this stuff right here, I can make a jerk rig. And that's always in. And face paint. Face paint is a must.
That's what I used all last year was face paint. Makes you look cool and you feel cool. I hate the people like they'll deer hunt and they'll put like one right here, one right here, one right here. You're not covering up your face when you put right there, right there. You don't do nothing.
Nope.
You're just doing it for looks. But if you get your whole entire face, then that changes.
I'll tell you something else you might want to think about. Can you read that?
Power cord, or what is that?
Soft twisty ties. So when you have your mojo rigs, you got your decoys, and you got your Texas rigs.
Yeah.
Now they're supposed to not be they're supposed to be tangle proof.
Yeah.
We all know that they get tangled.
Yeah. We've all been there. Early season is when it's the worst.
So when you got your loop at the top and you got your carabiner and you got your decoys hanging, you stretch the lines down, and at the bottom, you take a piece of that twisty tie and you twist around it down at the bottom, and it keeps them from getting all jumbled up.
See, people like to tie it, but I've tried it and it just makes it gets it all like it frays up the
You
texture.
talking about tying it?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that. I'm talking about hold it straight, let your decoys fall, drag your hand down,
Mm.
and then take these twisty ties, cut it to length, and then twist it around.
Mm.
And then when you go to throw your decoys, you untwist it, put it in your pocket, and chunk your decoys.
I hate
Why face paint? All right. So if you're looking at our video now, you can't really see it on Jake's because he's kind of dark, but I got a light shining down on my face, and it shines.
Mm-hmm.
Your face shines. It's white. It shines, and you just darken it up a little bit to cut that shine off.
As Jason Green would say, pie facing the mallards.
Your pie facing the mallards. Yep. So either wear face paint or a mask. I can't stand wearing
I don't like
a mask when I'm duck hunting because of all my calls.
Now, unless it's a gator neck to keep my neck warm, but all around my mouth, I don't like it. I end up getting it all wet. It stinks.
Yep.
Because I can't breathe like into something.
Spare batteries.
Mm-hmm. We all know when that mojo is starting to get low.
Oh, yeah.
Now, one of my new favorite motion decoys is the Hignan. It squirts up.
Yep.
It makes a splash. The guy that I was training a bird dog for, he got out of duck hunting. He's like, I bought this last year, and you all will get 10 times more use of it than I will ever do. And it's like career, like using it. And we used it every time. And like even when it's real icy, it keeps a hole open. But a jerk rig, you about got to have it every time you go.
Net gator. Headlamp. And I think this is the most I think this is the most important thing one of the most important things you can carry in your blind bag.
I've not had no accidents yet.
That right there. The old baby wipes.
One time it was youth season, and Dad's like, well, time to cut off the sleeves.
That is very important. I'm waiting for somebody to say, well, why? It's not too big. I'll show it to you here in a second. I'm trying to. Oh, here's that eye bolt I was telling you about. That eye screw.
Yeah.
With the jerk rigs.
I remember I watched that video. That was like one of the first couple of videos I watched.
Extra flashlights.
Yeah, you can never have too many flashlights.
Nope.
You lose them like crazy. Which I'm gonna get me another headlamp. They're real cheap at Harvard Freight for like $14, but they're good for when you're throwing out decoys because it don't shine too bright, but it's not too dim.
Yep.
And they're like $14, and I can buy, not worry about it.
Mark, as soon as I put all this back into my bag, I'll show you.
What is it?
You want to know how big a bag I carry?
I would go get mine, but it's like the house is like 100 yards away from the house. I mean, the dog kennels are like pretty far away from the house. I don't feel like anyone getting it.
That's the bag that.
Mine's about the same size. Maybe a little smaller. It's a Browning blind bag. It was like $80.
This that's my duck hunting blind bag, and this one is my my camera bag. And
Now,
it's a blind bag, but I carry all my camera equipment in it.
is that Max 5?
Yeah.
I like that. I mean, natural gear, but like, I just like Max 5. It's not the, like, but real, what is it called? The camo you like? I forget. Natural
I
gear.
like natural gear.
I mean, that's not, I mean, like, it's real, but like, I like Max 5. I just like the way it looks. But sometimes you're not going to be in those kind of hunting situations where everything's going to look like that. But natural gear covers you up.
There you go, John. Pair of pliers. Got a pair of pliers. He said, man hasn't said a pair of pliers yet. Well, there's your pliers.
What's the coolest duck you think you've ever killed?
Well, are you talking about in like colors or?
Well, like if you had to pick one duck that was your favorite duck out of all the ducks you've killed.
Oh, that's American black duck. The American black duck is my favorite. Is my absolute favorite.
We went to a slough, and there's always black ducks. From what I've heard, that Dad's told me they always kill black ducks, and they were on that, but they were roosted on there. And my uncle tried to push them to us, but I mean they just like flew.
John, you ain't got sense. God gave a goose, Bubba. John said he killed a mallard riding a.
What happened?
Am I back? Oh, Kyle came in and my thing and everything went down. Jake, if you can hear me, I just put it back up. I just put the link back in the channel. Oh. Hey, Kyle, how you doing? I guess Jake went away too. I ended up hitting the wrong button. Cool, man. That's awesome. Well, I guess I don't know if Jake's going to be able to get back or not. Hang on, I'm trying to get a hold of Jake again. Hey, can you hear me? All right, I pushed the wrong button. I'm back up. So, all right, come on in. All right, Jonathan, thanks for the great info. Wife is cashing the check. Talk to y'all later. Hope to see you in September. All right, buddy. Take care. Take care, John. Oh, man. The exciting times of going live. You never know what's going to happen. All right. Anybody have any other questions? Waterfowl related? Mark, were you able to see that bag before I fell off? Why does duck hunting in Ohio suck? I have no idea. I have never duck hunted in Ohio. I have never duck hunted there. I have no idea. All right, you did see it. Okay. But Mark, I carry a lot of gear. That's, I actually do. I mean, if I wasn't filming, it'd be nothing but a gun, bag, have my shells, my calls, my decoys. But when I'm, now that I'm filming, man, I got a bag I carry equipment in. I got a waterproof box I carry equipment in. My boat's loaded down. I got a bunch of stuff. I mean, it's never ending. I mean, for the most part, duck hunters are more of a gear hound than any other hunters. Well, we got to have the latest, greatest gear. There's always something. All right. I just dropped the link again, Jake, if that's Jake. There we go.
Yeah, I moved spots.
No, actually I hit the wrong button, dude.
I what happened, so I got off. I'm like, oh, I need to turn off.
No, if you'd have stayed on, I'd have just came back on with you.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on. Dad's phone was about to die anyways.
What's up, Andy? What's going on?
These were the gloves that I was talking about. Them are so good while putting out decoys.
Yeah.
Them are hand savers. And this is the bomb bag that I have.
That ain't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad for us either. That's why I bought it. I don't got the kind of money to go out and spend a lot on a blind bag. If I can find a deal here or there, I'm gonna capitalize.
Oh, of course. Got Andy from Smoking Barrels Outdoors in the house.
What's your main duck hunting channels you watch though? Like if you had to pick a couple of duck hunting channels.
If
Matt.
just the channels,
Yeah.
front surviving duck season.
Honestly, I like used to watch him as soon as he posted, but I've kind of like quit watching him. Like I just don't see his stuff no more.
He is a creator, and what I mean by that, this is what he does this for a living. I'm not talking about YouTube, but he is a videographer, and his name is Joel Strickland,
Mm-hmm.
and he is a videographer. He's a producer. He's produced numerous outdoor shows. He knows what needs to get done, and what I like doing is watching how he creates his videos, how he puts them together. I don't mind watching from time to time, guns getting shot and ducks falling out of the sky. I mean, it's pretty cool, but it gets kind of old, and I want to see some creativity. I want to see something that's going to keep me wanting to be there. And not just because he's Joel Strickland, because I'm waiting to see what he's going to come up with next.
I think I just now clicked on his channel and thinking of it. But I think like one of the better filmers and like watch ducks get shot and ain't like, oh my goodness, on a GoPro is FDH, Freelance Duck Hunting.
Mm-hmm.
He has some really good videos.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
really
yeah.
Good.
I mean, I'm not knocking that down.
Yeah.
But you're asking me what I'm looking for,
mm-hmm.
and I think the younger generation, your generation,
mm-hmm.
Y'all want to see them being killed.
Yeah.
Where in my generation, we don't mind seeing them being killed, but we want to see something else.
Mm.
I'm not there for 4 or 5 minutes. I can sit there and watch a video for 30 minutes if there's something he's talking about something that I'm highly interested in, and I like, and being a creator and being a YouTube creator, I strive to get my videos a little something different each and every time, learn a different trick, in editing. And I know that, I mean, honestly, what he talks about, I already know.
Mm-hmm.
And I've actually talked about it, but he presents it different, and he comes up with a creative way to do it. And that's what that's why I watch his video. I watch him over and over and over just to try to figure out how he did something.
See, one of my problems is like, I'll see a 15-minute video. I'm like, start watching it. And then about 5 minutes later, I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah. Well, that's just your youth.
Yeah. Like, I just want something exciting to happen.
Yeah. A boat crash or duck getting his head blown off. I got it. I understand that.
Honestly, if I had to pick a second channel that I like to watch, I don't know. I know Bobby Guy used to be like, oh my gosh, he's such good. I don't know. Like, he's a good duck hunter, but he is in the spot where ducks are.
Well, he's where ducks want to be.
Yeah. I mean, he's in the middle of Kansas. I mean, you're going to shoot ducks and geese like nobody's business.
Yeah.
If you're in the right spot, you're going to shoot ducks and geese.
I think, and a lot of, the guys that are out west, I mean, even Neil with W-6, I think he's a great duck hunter. And the videos I've seen, I mean, he's just in an area where there's going to be a lot of ducks and geese. I'm not in that area. I do what I can. I'm just not in that area.
That's the same with us, I mean.
And when you gotten, so you take a guy, and I'm not knocking any of these guys down because every one of them's got good channels.
Yeah.
But you take one of them out of their norm and put them somewhere else, and let's see how they do.
Yeah, put them in Kentucky or South Carolina for 2 years.
I mean, I can go. I've hunted in Arkansas. I've hunted in Texas.
Mhm.
You know, I've hunted in a lot of these places, and I've seen people who are from that area, and they see ducks every time they go out. They got ducks coming in, new ducks coming in. They won't work those ducks hard enough to get them down into the decoys. Whereas somebody like me and Smoking Barrels,
Mhm.
Andy, who is also from South Carolina, lives right up the road from me, we'll work harder to get those ducks down in the hole, and we'll kill
Yeah.
ducks because we don't
I
see
mean,
them that often. We don't
yeah.
see them like they do, and we don't know if we're going to ever see them again.
Yeah.
So we're going to work a little bit harder.
I mean, like
I'm
we
not
could have
saying they're not
shot.
good duck callers. I'm not saying they're not great shots. I'm not
Yeah.
saying they don't know what they're doing. It
Mhm.
is just totally different when you've got ducks coming in constantly. But you've seen, all right, Backwoods, take care. But when you've seen, I've seen some of their videos, and they'll have 200, 300 ducks in the area. They're filming and said, "Man, we're having a tough day. We just don't have the ducks. They're all stale."
I know.
And I'm like,
You have
really?
the ducks, you just ain't working.
So like I said, I think the world of them. I think they got great channels. I think they're great hunters. Not knocking them down whatsoever, not a bit.
Now, if you want to watch a good channel that lets them land in the hole, it's High Prairie Sportsman.
Yeah.
He shoots them in the hole.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that shot cam.
Yeah, I mean he gets them down in there, and I've even heard. I won't name names because I'm not diming people out on here.
Yeah,
but I've heard him say, they've had. Well, you need to come down to our area and hunt with us sometime. And he's like, why do I want to go down there? There's nothing there. I can stay right here and hunt and shoot ducks every day. Well,
yeah.
One day, this might be his bad year if this prairie pothole, we got a drought. So if there's a bad duck year and they don't have that many ducks, he's not going to shoot that many ducks this year.
Yeah. I mean, we could have shot at some
and
ducks.
He's going to be upset about it.
We could have shot at some ducks that flew over, but we wanted to work them in the hole. I mean, we wanted to. And I mean, they'd flare, they'd fly away. We wouldn't get no shots, but I would rather have them cupped up in the decoys than to shoot them in the air. I mean, I would rather see cupped up wings than anything else. I mean, shooting a duck out of air, wow, you're good at a shot. But shooting them in the decoys, it just makes you feel so much better.
You've done what you're supposed to do.
You've tricked a wild duck or a wild animal into coming into your decoy spread, calling them in, or just tricked them. I mean, it's crazy.
Well, for those that are just coming in case you're wondering what's going on tonight with the In the Blind, W6 Outdoors, Neil, had a death in the family. He called us late and said he couldn't make it. I got Jake here. This is Jay, Bicknell's son. Jake has had to go in the house because he's got some sick youngins. He had to go take care of it. Chris from Duckalope was on here, and then all of a sudden he left. He just like he lost his internet. So, and he sent us a text message, said he lost the internet. He don't know what's going on. So I'm here now with Jake Bicknell with the Bicknell Bunch.
Mr. I don't know much about duck hunting, but I'll try.
He's the mullet master. You can see that mullet sticking out behind his head. But you're right, Andy. There's nothing like ducks coming into the decoys. I mean, and I don't care what kind of ducks they are. If they're coming in the decoys, that's the ones I want to shoot.
What about coots?
What about them?
What if they're coming to the decoys? They get you
excited? They're normally going to be swimming in.
Yeah, that's what I don't think I've saw a coot except for at the park. Like I don't know. Like Dad saw them before, but I mean, like kind of first year duck hunting, we're not going to see much ducks. I mean, we did shoot a gadwall. That was kind of cool. Gadwalls are stupid. That makes them fun.
I'll shoot coots if I don't have anything else. Now I'll eat the gizzards out of a coot. They're not bad eating. You can perlo a coot. I mean, they're vegetarian. I mean, they eat the same thing ducks eat, basically. They just look funny. But
I just know.
but
a
if
hood of
I'm
McGanser-
having a very, very slow day and I got my dog and I want to get my dog some water work,
yeah,
I'll water swat a few coots just for that, and then
yeah,
take them home and make a perlo out of them or something.
yeah. I just know I cooked one hood of McGanser, and that will probably be the last one I cook because they smell like rotten fish when you're skinning them. You can't skin them. Their breast and their skin is like you can't like a mallard. I just done. That hood of McGanser. I mean, I had to rip and tear. I left some skin on it. It was so hard. I mean, it was like glued on. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Like it was just hard. And
Yep.
then I let it set like I let it soak in some Worcestershire sauce or something for like 4 hours, like for a while. And then I cooked it, and Josh said it was good. It was the worst thing I've ever tasted in my life. It tasted like fish. I don't even know how to explain it. It was so bad.
That's why I don't shoot them. Or if I do shoot them, I'm looking for them one them out.
Yeah,
And that's what I do.
I can't shoot them now because I've gave Josh so much grief for shooting them. But the only reason why I would shoot them if the day was slow, like a coot. But I wouldn't eat it. I would use it for like keep it for the summer for dog training.
Mm-hmm. So the next thing
Practice.
you know, Mojo will be diving underwater catching fish.
Yeah, probably. I'd be afraid she grabbed one. Yeah, well, she got one hood at McGanser and the other one they got, but I don't know how she could stand it. I mean, they just, ugh. And if you smell of them, they smell just like fish. If you get them, like as soon as you shoot them.
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. Backwoods gone. Oh man, I may call it early night. We got just. I've been up.
Everybody's going to sleep early.
Yeah, everybody's going
I
to
guess
sleep early.
I guess I'm not exciting enough for you all. I guess I have to stick to my Friday night lives with small water chargers.
Small water, so he can pick on you.
Yeah,
Yeah, he likes doing that. He's
he's
a good
at
fellow,
it too.
huh?
That's like the only reason why he has me on is to pick on me. Talk about them 7-pound bass he catches when they get to grow all year. Ours have a winter.
No, they don't have no winters. When they do, it's unusual.
Yeah, like it gets 50 degrees and like they're over here like, oh, it's so cold. Cause I watch school from Rebecca Academy and they like be wearing hoodies and jackets and they're like, oh, it's 50 degrees outside today. It's really cold. I'm like, oh my gosh. I would like it to be like 65 degrees all year long. That's like perfect.
Not me. I want to get cold. I I don't mind the heat, but I'd rather it be cold.
I like wearing a hoodie and feeling like fine, but not like putting on a couple hoodies and freezing.
Oh man! Oh man! Oh man! Well, any more questions out there, guys? Anything?
I think everybody's left.
I don't know. We got 7. It says shows 7 in the room.
I've been watching a lot of W-6 outdoors videos. Like I knew like I watched like one of his early goose hunting videos, but I didn't know who he was. But after like I've been watching him, he can straight up shoot.
Oh yeah,
He can
him
shoot.
and his son can shoot too. All right, Andy, you leaving? All right, buddy.
See ya. But me, on the other hand, I'm the guy that I couldn't hit the bright side of the barn some days.
Oh, we all have those days.
I always have those days. I can shoot a dove, but I cannot shoot a duck.
Say, Duggar, what's going on, buddy? Well, I think I'm going to call it tonight, Jake, and not because you're here or what have you. I'm actually just getting absolutely tired.
Yeah, I think I'm going to call one too.
I have been on the computer today since 8 o'clock this morning and doing work, and you type that, or did your dad do that?
Dad.
Okay. But
now I can water swat, but I have missed one in my water swatting career. It's the only one I'm ever gonna miss, hopefully. That day I hope.
I chased one down one time, took a half a box of shells to kill.
The one, I mean, like that, we saw so many ducks that day, but I couldn't hit nothing.
All right, Cecilia, take care.
See ya.
But all right, guys, I think I'm gonna call it a night tonight. Y'all, thanks for coming in. Appreciate everything y'all when y'all come in. I appreciate all the support you're giving us on this new little endeavor on Wednesday nights. I'm pretty sure it'll be W6 next week, unless Jake can get his internet issue fixed. So y'all look for that for next Wednesday. Of course, I'll be out on Monday night for my regular Monday night lives. But Jake, I want to thanks for coming in and filling in for your dad. I hope all your brothers.
Thanks for having us.
Not a problem, buddy. I hope that your siblings, brothers, is your sister sick too?
Yeah, Brindley, me, and Jewel. Beth was sick this week while we was at camp, and I was totally fine until I got back and my allergies, and I got a little bit sick.
All right. Well, I hope you feel better, buddy.
Thanks. See ya.
All right, man. Take care. Everybody in the chat, thanks for coming in, and we will see y'all next time on Daddy Duck 365.